I've been in therapy on and off since I was 7. I didn't even know that it was therapy when I was 7. My mom, they used to come to your house when I was 7. So I just thought this lady would come, we would just chop it up and she would leave. Like I never knew. Like my mom was like, "Oh yeah, that was a therapist." Like what? Like she was cool. Like had no idea. Okay. And then I started going into like the clinics and that was a different experience. And then sometime it was like uh I don't know. I don't know what was really going on, but I feel like it was just kind of like a residency type of thing. So every so often therapists would rotate. So I never even had the chance to get codependent with the therapist, but I had already had the codependent trait in my personality. Um, so I got codependent on things like food and being smart. I was codependent on somebody saying, "Oh, you know that," or like just little stuff that you don't even realize. And it took, I mean, it's something I'm dealing with every day, but it gets easier, I think, with knowing that I've been intentionally living all this time now. But like hearing your side is like, oh, now I'm seeing the other side, like the therapist side of how they may have felt. We've been in this relationship and I'm happy to come see them once a week and then now they have to leave. And so not only are they leaving me or, something happened that we depart or, discharge or whatever the case. I've had like the EAP where we got 6 sessions or something.
Yep.
And then, but now we have a little bond. I'm trying to space the 6 session out.
Yeah.
Like I like you. Just these little things people go through. Uh if the person how do you encourage the person not to fall back once you're not there?
So from the beginning, we talk about discharge. What does it look like? How will you know that you've reached it? And then for my clients, I've created a one-pager discharge sheet. At the top, it just says, what's your why? Why are we working together? The second one are your symptoms. The third are your triggers. And the fourth is like your wellness plan. I actually title it wellness plan, but wellness is like, what are you doing on a daily, weekly, monthly, annual basis to make sure your mental well-being is good, tip-top shape. So every so often we will review it, we'll add it. So they know I'm constantly highlighting the things in which they do. So I'm a therapist that gives homework, and I think that may be the thing that helps my clients. So we'll talk. Let me back up for a minute. So a lot of times people will also say, a therapist can't tell me something that I don't already know. Okay, you're right. You're right. I just have tools. You have all the answers. I'm going to meet with you, hold you accountable, because you're being with me because you want to make change. Okay, so let's do that and let's work through that. So I give homework. So we're going to talk. Yes, you convince. I'm going to introduce a skill, reinforce a skill. We're going to role play a little bit. And then I'm going to ask you, what's your homework? What are you willing to commit to between now and the next time that we meet? Usually, it kind of depends. Sometimes I'll throw out something from what they said and knowing like their treatment plan, or they'll throw out something. And if they throw out something that's not necessarily therapeutic, I'll make it therapeutic. We're not too far off, but I want to make sure. And in particular, I use the word commit. What are you willing to commit to? And so we just build upon that. I got a treatment plan. Every so often, we're going to review the treatment plan. How's this progress? Right? You're going to identify your goals and your action steps. I'm going to reframe it and make it therapeutic. But it's how you're going to hold me accountable to helping you reach those goals. Dang. The question again. Why keep doing? Keep talking and talking.
No, that means it's good. It's a flow.
Yes. Discharge. So I use that one pager, I use homework, and that kind of preps them, and we're constantly always talking about discharge. So majority of the time I do see people weekly. And then when I notice, like, oh, okay, you hitting your markers. What's your thoughts about biweekly? I don't know. And we work towards that. Biweekly. Oh, you hitting your markers, you reaching your goals. Okay, what else? What about monthly? Okay, all right. And a couple of clients I see maybe like quarterly. We'll do a quick little check-in and whatnot, brush up on things. So, yeah. Usually those are individuals who some milestones, holidays, lost dates, lost birthdays, things like that, to kind of prep and provide that support during that time. So it's constantly talking about discharge. It could be a triggering word, yes, because some people could feel like abandoned, like we build this therapeutic relationship and now you're gonna leave me. Yeah, because my hopes is that you're gonna make these changes in your life, and I'm gonna back up.
Yeah. It's so I was speaking to another therapist and she was saying it's kind of like you're walking and I'm behind you and I'm guiding you. And I was like, the visual, exactly. Like, and if you think about that, it's like you keep walking and the therapist just makes their distance a little bit more, then they just kind of peace out, but not in a like they left you kind of way, but you got this, like you're doing good, my baby, look at my baby, like, and I'm here if you need me, but I'm not, I've been walking all day, I'm finna sit down and you keep going. Like it's definitely that kind of vibe. But if you call grandma, she gonna pick up. Like it's it's one of those type of situations that I visualize. So as you're saying that, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. I never had a therapist explain it to me up front. We was just, why you're here for something. I've had very abrasive there. I've had a lot of interesting experiences.
I'm glad that you keep going. I'm glad that you keep going to find the one that's right for you. It took me a while as well to find the right one. I always encourage people that to like, if I'm not your cup of tea, it's okay. Tell me. I love feedback, and I'm gonna try my best to go inside my directory and point you in the right direction of what you're looking for, and or maybe give you the vocabulary so that when you call around and you're screening the therapist, you'll know what you're looking for. You can say certain things. I can try my best. Yeah.
Do you have a specialty?
So in general, in the beginning, it was just anxiety, depression, PTSD, panic disorders. But now I'm gearing more toward entrepreneurs when it comes to preventing burnout. So helping them to establish healthier self-care habits, work-life balance. So included in that could be, if we're talking about diagnosis, anxiety, depression, or things like that. It could also be mood disorders. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give an example of a mood disorder.
You mean like bipolar?
Like bipolar. Okay. Mm-hmm. No, because I really love to study just mental health in general. But it started and still is the case because I'm studying me. Like I always want to know what's wrong with me, and I pull up to the therapist because at this point I'm a pro now. I've been in therapy since I'm 7. So I come with my list. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Yes, I'm here for these. You got time today, or did you want to talk about this later? Next session? Okay. Like I already know what to do. And so I start coaching the therapist in the coaching session because I'm like, oh, a person who doesn't know therapy is not going to like how you're doing that. Or maybe you should have a worksheet so that you don't have to like belittle me because I don't know exactly. So
you do that.
I do that. And my coach, and it's not like a bad, like I'm trying to talk, but it's me trying to show in the moment what I see because I don't want you to like.
So I'm sorry, my facial expression was more so of I'm thinking about our ethics that we hold, right? I think that feedback is great for her. But if I can encourage you, if you find yourself in that space, it may be time. I don't know how you feel about this, for another little nudge of somebody that's going to fit, right? Because it kind of sounds like a part of you is taking care of this person as compared to you being supported.
Okay, explain that.